Hey guys, Jesus said, "My peace I give you, not as the world gives, give I unto you. Let not your hearts be troubled." Man, there's a peace that passes understanding. And it comes from Isaiah 9:6. And his name will be called Prince of Peace. Now, there are churches named Prince of Peace, Catholic parishes, Presbyterian churches, Baptist churches, Prince of Peace. There's Christian schools named Prince of Peace. That's probably one of my favorite of the many descriptives of Jesus. Wonderful counselor. There's a story about Alexander the Great, the Macedonian conqueror, and there was a town that had a giant knot called the Gordian Knot. I remember this really stood out at me to me when I was a kid studying Greek mythology, European history, Mediterranean history, all that, Western culture type stuff. That if anybody could untie that knot, they could have the city. And as the story goes, Alexander, who was a warlord, he came in and looked at that knot and took a sword and hacked at it until it untied. And he got the city. So, they didn't say how to untie the knot. They didn't, he figured out he'd do it with his sword. Jesus, God's plan, master plan for us was to have his own son step in to the human spectrum and take our sinful condition. I mean, this forever establishes our value. It establishes, think about this, how intensely good God is, how merciful he is. And just for a child will be born to us, a son will be given to us. When God did come here, a virgin conceived him. Joseph, who I think is one of the most significant men in the Bible, the stepdad of Jesus, who raised him as a carpenter in Nazareth. Mary's blessed among women, and she said, "Be it unto me according to your word." And that her first child was Jesus, and it had to be that way for the bloodline of David, for the purity of the Holy Spirit's conception and the obedience of that little Jewish girl named Mary, and how she initially is just like this angel is talking to her. Gabriel from heaven, dispatched by God, is saying, "Hey, something big's going to happen here. I want to utilize your yieldedness, your obedience, your faith, your trust, your love for God." And I'm looking forward to being in heaven with people like Joseph and Mary. I want to meet those night shift shepherds that encountered that angel. The glory of God overshadowed them out there in the fields to announce the birth. I want to meet those wise men that came from the east. I'm looking forward to meeting all those guys, Nicodemus, Joseph of Arimathea. I feel like they're my friends. I spent so much time at this point in my life having read the scriptures. It's like their stories have brought such structure and such blessing to me. And I hope this does for you. The Prince of Peace has come. I pray this Christmas you get into a place of peace, assurance, confidence, and rest for your souls. God bless you and Merry Christmas.